Those two. Ah, it's Ippei and Shinojo. Guess they went. Anyway, let's go say hi. Hi, Ippei. Hi, Shinojo.
Oh, it's you. I was just ordering some clothes.
You know these two?
Yes, they helped me and Master Kami. What about you? How do you...
Also a chance encounter. Are...
So we all know each other.
Not exactly. Somehow we ended up on the topic of...
It's
Oh, yeah. That's old news, though.
We have reason to suspect that they'll be...
Wow, that's great.
Of course, this is just personal speculation.
I was instructed to place an order for some formal wear.
They're both preparing for...
Lady Hirag.
This is wonderful.
What's wrong? Oh, don't mind me.
Right? I think so.
Yes, but we shouldn't. Now, if they sent me out to...
Shinojo doesn't look like he's taking...
Sorry, I'm ashamed to be so out of...
Are you worried about their wet...
Not exactly, it's just...
I get what you mean. I really do.
What should we do?
I don't know. That seems a bit rude.
Right. If Ayaka knows about...
I don't think it's a good idea to bother the...
It's fine. He and Ayaka are
I see. Then...
Let's go to the Kamisato...
This place impresses me.
We'll just wait here. We don't want to call...
Ayaka wouldn't mind.
Honestly, even if we did come with you, we wouldn't know what to say or...
All right, then. We won't be...
I'm sure Kamisato...
Without looking at the board, you've ruined my strategy in one move. Amazing. Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Thoma, it's us! Huh?
Oh. Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Thoma, would that happen to be the Traveler?
Yes.
Greetings, Traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan and Yashiro Commissioner, Kamisato Ayato. Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you. Ayaka is out today.
Oh, hi. You're...
Why on...
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way up. Look, as soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room...
You shower me with... There is no need to be quite so formal. This...
Oh, good. Because that whole spiel... We heard a rumor that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato are...
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about that yet. I see. Well, it's the head clans of two commissions are to become joined through marriage. Since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs...
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the Almighty Shogun to the masses, this wedding is...
Right! Makes sense. Two true lovers becoming husband...
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between two commissions...
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to...
No need. I'll...
Huh? But...
This is a marriage between the Kujo clan and the Hiragi clan. The Kamisato... The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, but she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. Oh, and would you two care to join? I presume you two have a special connection with the individuals in question. This being the case, why not come and offer...
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although wait, does that mean we helped make this wedding happen? All right then.
I cannot thank you enough.
Wait, you're the Yashiro Commissioner?
Small talk is a chore. Thoma, I'm heading out with my two guests now.
Not a problem.
Ah, you're finally... Ah, Yashiro...
They're friends of ours. Paimon
So it's true. Well, there we have it.
Great, so our hunch was...
It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you. So I would be much...
Don't worry, sir. We...
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the...
Of course not. I'd be...
I guess this is where
Aw, cheer up,
I'll try.
All right, then.
Okay. Thanks, Ippei. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time.
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujo. In fact, I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be.
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as...
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well.
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou Commission... I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm...
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of...
I'm flattered, but...
Well, you're certainly making big progress.
Come on now. Pardon me.
It's perfectly all right. Please, it's a joyous occasion. Lighthearted is exactly how things should be.
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on...
Of course not. Where there is true love, no doubt people will offer you a...
Indeed I am.
So, please be confident. When you're nevertheless, there is just one...
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, if you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiragi and Kujo clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread...
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for... Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate, and so although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage...
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble...
I can see where you're coming from. But you're only postponing the problem, not solving it.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, how could... Well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet... It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter.
Huh? Really?
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said... I was only joking about them. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that after...
Okay. So you just...
We did. I guess it was... And you know what? I think it was about no matter what happens next.
Oh, give me a break. Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole...
Apologies, my friends.
Far from it. No surer evidence could... I wish you a joyous
Yeah, even if it's kind of...
Thank you all. It means...
We have some other business to attend.
Very well. I'll see you out.
He seems busy.
You're right. Kujo, what do you think, Traveler? He chalked it up to her being coy, but it bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of the matter...
Yeah, how across stuff like this on our...
I see. So that's, in my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, secondly, and more importantly, if we intervene without his blessing,
You do have a point.
everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. Sort of. My opinion is something. If the outcome is positive, and no, we don't know yet. I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already
Only if we are to take Kujo Kamaji at it. I wish to know Hiragi. Don't worry about it. I was planning to visit the Hiragi. If she's as committed as Kujo Kamaji, perhaps they can navigate the challenges ahead. Well, life isn't always a...
There is still much to prepare for the wedding. Should we also invite... I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner. To what do we owe the honor on this?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing just now. Would Lady Hiragi happen to be available?
All ladies entertaining guests right now, and...
But please, do come in. We will arrange some
Hey! Paimon is not an
You misunderstand. These two are dear friends. We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparation.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. We're merely doing the...
When the time comes...
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
Take care, Commissioner.
Seems like you guys talked a lot without actually saying anything.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind.
Oh, it's Tomoki!
Ah, it's you. Good to... Seems like you're always showing up with a VIP.
Oh? So you know...
Yup, we tried his dango milk a while back with the Almighty Shogun in Inazuma City.
Ah, I see. I'd caught wind of this dango milk, but I didn't know... When I noticed he'd set up...
Thanks to you all, my bit gave me the confidence to decide that, on the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted my customers. So I gave it a lot of thought and finally came up.
Sounds interesting.
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and as well as dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine.
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here?
Well, I guess so. Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel free to tell me. I'll go buy. The whole idea was to let my customers express their creativity freely. So of course.
Excellent. There, lavender melon, seagrass.
What?
I do indeed.
You really think that's gonna turn...
It's all about the experience. The taste is Traveler.
Sounds like a risky choice.
3 milks with lavender melon, please.
No problem. Give me a second now. Here, your milk is ready. Give it.
Yep, just as Paimon suspected.
I think it tastes all right. It makes me feel...
Your review seemed pretty positive.
Taste is your key concern.
Obviously. Tasty.
Well said. If I... Yes. Having my sister attend...
We're just passing...
One or two things. Let's continue this I noticed something before we left the Hiragi clan's residence. No, it was just a small detail. Naturally, they responded that all other clans are happy, but...
What do you mean?
Hiragi Shinsuke is still... Hiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan. But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues and keep a close eye.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quiet.
Merely doing my duties, sir.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we...
Well received. I'm on...
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver it to...
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Thoma.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiragi's previous engagement is now concluded.
Thank you kindly. Let's go and see Hiragi.
Again, Chisato?
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests.
It's been a while, Lady Hiragi.
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not off. You must be so busy.
But of course. The Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated
This was not an easy decision. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you.
Yes. But Kamaji has been so supportive.
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations.
Yes. Well, in case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now. I was in fact meeting with one of the Kanjo Commission's officers.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. He charged in all of a sudden and said that he didn't mince his words. Basically, he has always been a calm and contained person who never... But despite all that, he pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry...
It's just two families becoming one big family.
Traditionally, in Inazuma, clan affiliate after the wedding, Lady Hiragi will belong to the Kujo clan.
Precisely. I'm so sorry.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now, we heard from Sir Kujo that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he... But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujo thought that perhaps you were just being...
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purpose-designed.
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you...
When it comes down to it...
Sir Kujo maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh? But...
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, who knows? Perhaps Sir Kujo was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular...
I understand. But my position does matter. But now,
Marriage is the most important decision. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult... I say this as an advocate for you personally. And to be together with the one you love is a sacred thing.
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over, we will excuse ourselves now.
Oh, wait! Let me see you out.
Thank you, Lady Hiragi. Traveler.
Chisato Ayato.
I've said everything I can. The more I think about it,
Strange.
someone wants Hiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible. And if my guess is right, think about this. When someone's words and actions do... Yes, even had the forge. But if with Hiragi Chisato having married... Actually, we have it.
Shino.
Yes, sir.
Did they take one of the Kanjo Commission officers away?
Yes. His name.
As I expected, they cannot afford to let this opportunity pass them by. Hiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Kujo Kamaji, and but after Chisato's meeting with Shinojo, she began to have second.
But why did they suspect?
Someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time.
No way. But
I think so. But whoever is her stance was, despite all of this, when she formally marries into the Kujo clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiragi clan, her position in the Kanjo Commission.
Marriage is such a trap.
Easier said than done. We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop this wedding from... At this stage, but first things first, we must tell me where Shinojo is. Stop this at once.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master.
Really?
Who goes there? Get them!
I must withdraw.
By royal decree.
Moment of birth. A touch of frost. Withdraw.
Mind the deluge.
Blast. Let's go. We must report to Master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the but in all the chaos, it must...
What the? It's a tanuki? Oh...
Let's follow it and see.
Oh, thank the god.
Thank you. It was terrible. Oh, wait! You have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding.
Calm down, Shinojo. It's...
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, those behind this plan are not going to get...
Yashiro Commissioner, you're...
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability... The almighty Shogun has... Shinojo, don't return to your post yet. Traveler, Paimon.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner, I hear you showed up here with no explanation. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret...
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, Shinojo may be your retainer. But the law does not...
Abuse. Nonsense. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiragi and starts... I dare say...
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for...
Two people from two different... Even if she marries into... We are. Loyalty and... Even if we put it down to a rare
Darn it! This guy is good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. For instance, a merchant from a... I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to...
keep...
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, the reason they give is this. The longest...
I say, Yashiro Commissioner...
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjo Commission is made up of honorable individuals. Upright, it is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering.
Yashiro Commissioner, please...
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as... Ugh, dear me. I can't believe that you studied hard and took a government position, only to... In your years of service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you... I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura.
This is at most a Kanjo Commission issue. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds. Yep. I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Kanjo Commission and Tenryo Commission. Because the new balance of power in the Tri-Commission would be a threat. So you come here with an elaborate excuse.
So, that's how you view it.
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is... The notices have already been sent out. Most of the public weren't aware that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi... Once the notices go out, that's it.
So I had expected you to at least be smarter than most.
Kamisato Ayato...
You've made your move. Now, I suppose it's time.
What do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjo Commission? Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjo Commission becomes... Goodness me. Well, I've learned a great deal.
Hey! What was all that?
They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. Let's see how things are.
Look at this.
So,
For sure.
good luck to them.
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
It's still too... But only if Kujo Kamaji is willing to help us.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially in. It seems so sudden. I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, about that.
I see. So
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal.
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should... Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady... I don't mean to criticize you. It is not... I'm sure you admire... For the sake of marrying you, are you really okay?
I love her with all my heart, and would do anything to make her happy. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer or be manipulated. Yashiro Commissioner, you're right. But it's too late now, isn't it? There are no...
I have a plan. But, Sir Kujo, In order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. Are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then
I've told the people at the Kanjo Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryou Commission. The context for this is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring... But what if we were to imagine for a moment that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt, the only reason you have been... And so, your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission, to... Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission...
I see. This is an ingenious plan.
Exactly. Our purpose is to change Lady Hiragi's position from... By doing so, we can even strengthen her position. Once our adversaries realize how the network of... Then, we...
Got it.
We have to make sure that the behind... Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier. In that case, he will almost certain... Sir Kujo. It's almost time. That person is one of Mats. Let's follow him. Be...
Seems like he's noticed us. Knew we should have been quieter.
That person is one of Matsura's and... Let's follow him. Be...
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryou Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious. The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
He ran off!
As expected. Let's follow him.
Wow! It's like...
Excuse me, has something happened? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding, Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead of time, and have her live in Inazuma City.
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiragi. Not just us, either. You'll see more Tenryou Commission members as you go further along. Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest...
I understand. Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to... Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. Now, we wait.
Are they really gonna...
If you're curious to find... I have some other business. In any case, we've made our... Well then, Goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Paimon, too.
These people from the
I guess they're here to.
I heard that the conjure, to be honest, had been.
Shh, stay quiet.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here, Sir Kujo Kamaji. Since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we apologize. We promise our presence if this stalemate continues.
How much longer does your
I have no idea. Master's been very on. I understand that he's anxious.
Yeah. If Lady Hiragi is really taken...
Maybe...
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is.
Oh, Traveler, I assume you've heard about everything that's been...
Don't worry, we can explain everything.
After the Tenryou Commissioner, I never would have thought that... I'm sorry. Maybe there's no right. I used to tell myself I didn't feel I keep thinking back to what Sir Kami... I can happily accept, but that's not...
Ah, Lady Hura. You. Wait, you're the... What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying...
Calm down. They're my friends.
Friends? Lady Hiragi, I told you already, you are extremely important to us. Who's to say they don't...
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come...
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything.
Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the other...
Good job, Chisato.
I was so nervous. Yes, well...
We had a serious discussion, and in all honesty, I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. Would you please... I suppose you're the only person who can... We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly, and beseech him to help us with the utmost sincerity. Lady Hiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the...
Let's go and see.
By the way, aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me. Yashiro Commission. I realize I've greatly offended you with my...
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally bit, so please.
I know Lady Hiragi is in so would it be at all...
You make it sound so easy. The to lose face for the Tri-Commission...
We'll do everything we can.
But the if the situation if we fail to try keeping a pet bird, you'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to. And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. But it doesn't...
Yes,
I've listened to your concern.
I understand.
All right, you ought to return now.
Okay, then please...
Ah, yes, Lady Hiragi.
Oh? Sir Kamisato.
Unruly servants but now...
Oh, please...
You must have heard that my father worked in... My mother loved this sudden turn of... Everyone thought that It may sound preposterous. Back then, I had no choice, but I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' time. I didn't mind what became of me. But my family... Fortunately,
I think I now... Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me. I thought the reason I felt unsettled...
The reason why Sir Ku...
That's it. When his clan was in crisis, it is time for me...
Well said. It might not sound exciting.
And I'm sure I will use this as an opportunity. This puts less pressure on
My best wishes to both of...
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Take care, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. In fact, my reason...
She really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you.
In fact, our rival this time...
Even so. Anyway.
I agree. Stability... Perhaps for Master Matsura, a stable nation is the prerequisite, but all I have tried to do is make sure... Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes dealing with the Hiragi clan will be
wait a sec!
If you choose to give up your stance on... I didn't want to see her suffer because... Now...
Okay then, guess we'll have to wait...
All right. Fair...
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done.
Didn't you like it?
Oh!
The Traveler had one of those as...
I'm sure...
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both it wouldn't have been so...
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on...